better than Vigo, don't you know? Oh, his name is Diogo. He's a lot from Portugal, better than Vigo, don't you know? Oh, his name is Diogo. Oh, he wears the number 20. He will take us to victory. And when he's running down the left wing, we've got inside and score for the LFC. He's a lad from Portugal, better than Vigo, don't you know? Oh, his name is Diogo. He's a lad from Portugal, better than Vigo, don't you know? Oh, his name is Diogo.
How are we all doing? How are we all doing? I really didn't want to do this show, but I felt like I had to do this show to then be able to do more shows, because this one I just needed to get through it. Life is cruel. Life is so cruel. And if any of you sit there and think you've got it hard and you've got it tough and you're not strong enough to get through it, just think about Diogo Jota's mum. Just think about Diogo Jota's dad. Just think about Diogo Jota's wife. Just think about his kids. Like we lost a player. She lost a husband. Kids lost a father. Your mum lost 2 sons. It's just so cruel, man. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through some of the tributes that have been posted by just an insane amount of people. I'm going to go through some of his best bits. I'm going to go through his career. We're going to look at his brother as well. Like, people seem to have forgotten that there was a brother with him. Like, it's all about Diogo Jota. It's not just all about Diogo Jota. It's about Diogo Jota and Andre, his brother. Like, so we're going to talk about that as well. No super chats, please. I'm not going to talk about anything to do with the channel. This is just about the memory of Diogo and his brother Andre, and not so much a tribute, just to look at them and just to see what they're about and what kind of people they are, because we didn't know Diogo Jota, but a lot of people did, and this guy was an infectious, incredible human being who touched a lot of people's hearts. And just from the tributes is unbelievable. Like Portuguese Prime Minister, British Prime Minister, like the Deputy Prime Minister came to visit Anfield. Like, it's a big deal. Like, I know it's two people that have passed away, and in the grand scheme of things, it's just two people that have passed away. But when something like this happens in the sporting world, we have an incredible, I don't know, need to come together and tribute, all together. Like, it's touching. Like, you can't get away from it right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through a couple of things, and I'm not going to keep you too long at all. Like, this is not about clicks. This is not about monetization and subscribers. And I've got to be honest, like, I've seen so many people do so many videos, like, and that's the most views they've ever had in some of their videos. And it's quite disgusting, if I'm completely honest, like, to some extent. And shame on some of those people. Like, seriously, shame on some of those people for trying to get something out of something horrible. Like it's the reason why I left it by a day. I was going to leave it by 2 days, if I'm completely honest. But I wanted to do my Football and Rabbit Hole show on Sunday, which I promised all the members. So I had to get this done to go to that. Otherwise, it would have been a case of, well, why didn't you do a tribute? And it's like, I'm not doing a tribute on the day. Like, it literally happened 24 hours ago. I'm certainly not going to do a video on that day, like breaking news, like latest Liverpool news. That's not me. That's not me. So let's have a look at some of the things that maybe people haven't looked at. Okay. First of all, I've got to get this out the way because this is just a cruel way to lose your life. But it genuinely feels like there was no other, like, it's really, I'm going to tell you a couple of things that I've discovered off what happened and the lead up to it. And maybe nobody's covered this, by the way, but it feels like a Final Destination moment. It really does. It feels like every single avenue that Jota had to escape this accident was closed off, and it was inevitable. I know this is quite wild to say, but there's so many things that led up to this actual drive to the port that created this incident. And it doesn't seem like there was ever a way he was going to get out of being in this place at this time, at this moment when it happened. And no, it's not. It's not. I'm just going to explain the situation. Okay. So in case you didn't know, yeah, like she was always going to end up in that tunnel. Okay, so in case you didn't know, obviously Diogo Jota got injured in a tackle where he was clean through in the opposition's half against Chelsea, and Tosin landed on top of him and caused a massive injury to his midriff that we still don't know the extent of, by the way. So I'm going to first talk about that. Like, we still don't know what actually happened to Diogo to put him out. for most of the season. We don't know. Like was it a punctured lung? Was it a fractured ribs? Was it broken ribs? Was it, damage to his organs? Like, we just don't know what happened. Like, we still don't know. Like, that was never ever covered or uncovered. So I just want to cover that, okay? And that happened about 8 months ago, maybe 6 or 7 months ago. That is the reason why Diogo was in the car in the first place and not on a plane with his wife and kids. So we're going to talk about this because this is just, it's blown my mind. I found this out this afternoon. So the Tolson tackle, the Tolson tackle happened so long ago, and the injury he never recovered from. Okay, he never recovered from the injury. Okay, so he had an operation recently. In case you didn't know, he had a minor operation on his lungs recently. Yeah. And it was because he still had difficulty breathing. He still had, I know exactly how you feel. Like, I know exactly how you feel. Like, the weird thing is as well, I was saying it all season. I was saying it all season that I don't think Jota's fit. Like, I don't think he can function properly. Like, I still thought he was struggling from the injury before the lung injury, which was the knee. So he's had the knee and now the lung, and now he's dead. Like, blimey. Okay, bear with me. We're going to talk about this, okay? So everyone's wondering. I know everybody's wondering, why was he in a Lamborghini in the middle of Spain? Everybody's wondering that. Yeah. Are you all wondering the same thing? Why was he in a Lamborghini in Zaragoza? Like, why was he there? Like, in the first place, that's a weird place to be when you're supposed to be basically starting Monday's training in Liverpool. Yeah. And he's Thursday night in the middle of Zaragoza. Yeah. At 12 o'clock in the evening. Yeah. Okay. The reason he's there is because he's going to the port. So he's going to the port of Santander, and he's getting the overnight ferry from Santander to the UK. Why is he doing that when his wife's on a private jet with his kids, and also a couple of the Liverpool players as well, by the way, because they were at the wedding? So why is that the situation? Well, the situation was he was told by his doctor at the last minute that he shouldn't fly on the plane for medical reasons because he just had a minor operation on his lung, which was the ultimate cause of Tosin landing on top of him 7 or 8 months ago. Okay, never been recovered, never fully recovered over that injury. So had to get a minor operation after his wedding 11 days ago. Okay. The situation was he was supposed to fly. He was supposed to fly, but he was told by his doctors not to fly at the last minute. So then he had to change his plans. All his family went on the plane back to the UK. He travelled to Zaragoza on his way to Santander to get the ferry. Sliding doors moment. Jota would never have been in the car. Jota would never been driving through the night. Like, why would Jota drive through the night? Like, that's not a typical thing that you do. Like a 24-hour trip in a Lamborghini. Like, he's taken a Lamborghini on the ferry to bring it back to the UK. It's 100%. 100%. 100%. And the crazy thing was, he wasn't speeding. He was overtaking a car on a normal road, and the tyre blew. The tyre blew. Lost control, hit the central reservation. And you want to know what's the saddest part of it is the place where he hit had so much foliage in the ground that the foliage caught fire and completely surrounded them, so they couldn't escape. The foliage caught fire, and the whole area went up just went up in flames. It's all dry foliage which just catches fire instantly. They didn't stand a chance. They were both burnt alive. Like, really, really, like, Final Destination, like, moment. Like, there's no way you could have escaped. Like, if death's going to get you, death's going to get you. And death had different ideas for him because it closed off every avenue he had. Like, he couldn't have been in the UK because he was having an operation on his lung. Then last minute he got told he couldn't fly. So then he only had one option, which was to get a late night ferry. So then he had to get to the port. And that's the reason why he was there in the first place. Man. It's wild. I mean, Jurgen Klopp said it best in his Twitter post. God's got ideas. Like, I don't get those ideas. If God's got a plan, I have no idea what that plan is. But to take a guy who's 28, who's just won the Premier League, just won the Nations League, and just got married to his childhood sweetheart, and the only reason they were in Spain is because that's where he met her. He met her when he played for Atletico Madrid. That's the only reason why they got married in Spain. Like, he wouldn't have even been in Spain if it wasn't for him being married, and that's where he met his childhood sweetheart. Like, I'm telling you, man. If he's got a plan, I have no idea what that plan is. But to leave 3 kids, 2 boys, with no dad. Wild. And for people to now forget about him, and what's the next topic? Oh, Thomas Partey. Oh, what's the next topic? Nico Williams turning down Barcelona. What? You don't forget this in a day. You do not forget this in a day. This should trend for a long, long time. Because this is something that just doesn't happen. This just doesn't happen. When was the last time a footballer and his brother were killed in a car crash? Like, both of them. When's the last time that happened? I think the last thing I remember, which was like really major, was the guy that went down in the English Channel in a plane, or the helicopter that crashed just outside the Leicester City ground. Or who else? There was another footballer that died. I mean, another one which really got me was when Manchester United guy had a heart attack on the pitch. Like, there's things that are like, poof. But man, crazy. Yeah, I mean, if it's in another country or it's another league, I don't really hear about it enough to. Yeah, Mark Vivian Foe was one as well, wasn't it? Ericsson, yeah, Mark Vivian Foe was one. That was horrible. That was on the pitch. But yeah, it's crazy. But man, God's got a plan for you then. But if Dev's got you got your cards, you ain't getting away, because Jota had no options. Like every single thing aligned to him being at that moment in that time. And even if they'd have maybe not had a blowout, it would have found another way. Like, I just don't know, but that was by design. Like if Def's got you, Def's got you. But that just felt so crazy. And we do need to talk about that, because that is even more crazy. Like he joined in 2020. Like, he wore the number 20. Like, he won us number 20. He scored the winning goal to win us the league. And then he's taken away. Like make that make sense, because that is just an absolute mind melter. It's a mind melter, because he won the league in June. Sorry, he won the league in May. Won the Nations League in June and died in July. Like talk about getting everything you want before you go. Like God gave you everything before you went. Gave you your marriage to your childhood sweetheart. Gave you a Nations League. Gave you a Premier League. Like what? And then just took it all away. Oh man, that is cold. Whoa, what? And that's the other thing I wanted to talk about as well. Like, there is something esoterically wrong with Liverpool. Something. Tragedy just follows us everywhere. Like, I was at the parade and I was a street away from the guy that drove into like 57 people. Like, I was on the next road. Like, we walked just out of the road that we were, and the emergency vehicles went past us. And then the police flew past us in vans. And I just turned around and went, we need to go. I was like, we need to go. We need to walk faster. We need to get out of this area now. Like, I don't like the fact that I've just seen ambulances and police vehicles. We need to go. And then when we got back to the hotel, it was all over the news, and the whole parade was just forgotten about for me. The whole parade was forgotten about, and all I was doing was watching videos all night and just hoping nobody died, hoping there wouldn't be a fatality. And then luckily, even the kids, there was like 4 people underneath the car. When they jacked the car in the air, there was 4 people trapped underneath the car. And just a miracle that nobody was killed. A miracle that nobody was killed. And then I had the next day, like, I obviously had my day at Anfield, and it was amazing, but it was really difficult to. That's why I didn't do a live stream, like, for any of it, really, because I really didn't feel good. Like, and they even talked about it. Like, they said that like they spoke to some of the families and said, like, we're doing open days at Anfield. Do you want us to stop? And they said no. continue on. Like, we want people to still celebrate the club and that. And they were like, okay, so they carried it on, otherwise it would have been cancelled. And then we've had like nothing but joy. Like, nothing but joy. Like, amazing transfers. The whole window has just been incredible. And we've been watching the players on holiday and just buzzing and waiting for the league to come next season. No, that's not how you do things. No, that's not what we've got for Liverpool. No, we're gonna throw a curveball here. Of course we are. We're gonna kill one of their players. We're gonna take one of their lives. Like, how can the Liverpool fans keep on celebrating? Nah, that's not how we do things. Like, there's something seriously esoteric wrong about Liverpool, and synonymous for tragedies and pain and heartbreak. Like we just can't get a break. Like, we celebrated 2 league titles in one day, like, because we didn't get to celebrate the other league title because that got taken away from us by COVID. Like, somebody fucked that one up and fucked everything up for us. So we got to celebrate eventually. And then you had some fucking arsehole running people over at the parade that ruined that. And then we've had an incredible transfer window. And now one of our players is dead. Like, I'll tell you what, if there was ever a stronger fan base to stick together and to really get through things and understand pain and heartbreak, then it's definitely the Liverpool fans. Because every year we go through pain and heartbreak with the Hillsborough and also the Heysel Stadium disaster memorials, and we still haven't had justice for either one. We still get blamed for the fucking wall falling down, which we know that the Italians fucking did. We still got blamed for that. We lost loads of fans, and we got banned for 5 years from Europe. Like, seriously? And then Hillsborough, my God. Like, could you have any more shit from governments to councils to just horrible human beings and disgusting media over the years and years and years? And one person has been blamed, and he was dead. He was already dead when he was blamed. So I wanted to talk about Diogo Jota, so I'll carry on. But my God, like, we have been through the fucking ringer, haven't we? Pardon my language, but we have been right through the meat grinder of misery and tragedy of Liverpool and Liverpool fans. And Jota will never be forgotten. We will sing his name at every single game. That will never, ever stop. And his family will always be welcome at Liverpool. But I'm sorry to say, but his family will not want to come to Liverpool. Like, they would want to, if they like the player, I think they would want to stay in their own country now and remember the memories of him there. And going back to Anfield would be too much pain. It's not fair to them. It's just not fair to them. But that number 20 shirt should never be worn again. And Liverpool are right to retire it. And Liverpool have also done some incredible tributes and media. And Arnie Slot with his, just as always, just on point message. You know, just classy. Always classy. Not like some people, not like half of YouTube who are just not classy. Like, oh, what we're gonna do is we're gonna like we're not gonna do anything today just in honor of Diogo. Oh, but we could get loads of views. Oh, we'll just do it anyway. Like seriously, like and you say you're legitimate, like you say you're really tributing to him, are you? You really are doing tributes, or are you just getting loads of clicks and more subscribers? Because that's genuinely what it feels like. Like the people who've done 2-minute shows and the people who've done tribute videos, that's great. But when you do a 2-hour show or you do a 40-minute show, like tell me what that is then, because that's not a tribute. That's just a normal show. But obviously you're gonna have loads and loads of views for that because you have put it up as Diogo Jota. Like I understand that, but do it on a different day than the day the guy died. Have a bit of heart. Like have a bit of humility. I'm sorry, like, but there's quite a few people that I'm very disappointed with about that. Quite a few people I'm very disappointed with. And you may well have gone and watched their shows, and they may well have been fantastic. But I'm sorry, you don't do it on that day. You don't do it on that day. Give it a rest. Give it a rest. I'm sorry. Give it a rest. 100%. You know what's even sadder, James? I was trying to find the chant of Diogo Jota on SoundCloud, and there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos that have been put up of the news broadcast of his death on SoundCloud. Like, how is that informative? Like, the only thing you're doing is trying to get clicks on your SoundCloud. It's really, really distasteful. Like, it's really distasteful. Like, I'm not naming shows and I'm not naming people, but they know who they are. And if they sleep well at night, then they sleep well at night. Then that's fine. But I'm not that guy, and I won't do that. And I said to my wife, I didn't want to do this. Like I said, I really don't want to do a show on Jota because I don't know how I'm going to be. And she was like, you need to do it because you have a fan base that will want to know that you actually give a shit. And I'm like, I know, but it's just going to be really hard. Like I don't want it for people to like subscribe and monetize. So I've switched it all off. Like you can switch it all off. And yeah, I definitely wanted to talk about the by design thing though, because that is, in case you didn't know that, like look at that yourself because it's really spooky. Like he had no way out. Like any which way he turned, he had to get the boat. He had to get the boat. Like had to get the boat. And his brother was taking him. Like brother was dropping him off. Like his brother was dropping him off in his Lambo. Like man. Okay, so I've done 30 minutes and I've not cried, which I'm pretty proud of. What would you like to look at first? Would you like to look at some of the tributes to him from some of the players? Because I've got a timeline on the Express, which is pretty good actually. And we can look at a timeline of when it happened to all of the things which happened afterwards. So let's just look at this and we can see. Okay, so let me make myself small. Okay, so this was when it happened. Yeah, this is when it got announced yesterday at 9:40. Sorry, yesterday 9:46. Yeah, at night. So then we move our way through statements from emergency services, and obviously Diogo Jota got married. Prime Minister of Portugal sends a tribute. So Luis Montenegro went on X, and that was his last post about his wedding. That was on Wednesday. He died on Thursday. A day we will never forget, alongside a heart emoji. Also, I wanted to say as well, like, if you look at my comments, if you look at my comments bit where I normally put like membership and all of those things, it's got links to his Twitter, his Instagram. It's also got links to the Liverpool website where you can post an online. There's an online book you can sign. So go and support him. Like go and leave your messages. It's all in there. All of the links are there. And if you want to look at some of the stuff that Liverpool's posted on YouTube, you can go and watch some of the tributes that they've done on YouTube. There's nothing about me. It's all about Jota in there, okay? So I just want to let you know about that in case you missed it. It's in the info bit, okay, where it says all the information about this video. So afterwards, go and do that. You know, pay your respects. You can sign the book. If you're in Liverpool, you can go to Anfield and physically sign the book. So the crash theory was it took place at 1:45 when Lamborghini and his brother were traveling left the road and caught fire. Sources close to Effie suggest that the car may have suffered a burst tire while overtaking. Obviously, Portugal Federation. That's the national federation. Liverpool then released a statement. We're not going to go into that statement because it was like right at the time. Then international teammates then start sending tributes. I've got to say, like, if you want to read a tribute that really pulls on your heartstrings, like, I mean, it's a real tearjerker. Read João Cancelo's. I can't actually say it out loud because it will probably make me cry. But if you really want to read a tribute to him, read Cancelo's, the ex-Manchester City players. My God, it absolutely, like, it took me away. Like, and also there's another video which is on YouTube. It's Rory Jennings. I mean, it's on my I posted it up on my YouTube page. That had me in tears. Like, huge respect to Rory. Like, that's a tribute. That's a tribute video, Rory. That's a tribute video. You're not doing that for clicks. You're doing that because you're giving him a tribute. Fair play to you, mate. Fair play to you. Real big fan of Rory Jennings, by the way. Such a good guy. Liverpool teammate send tributes, and we can look at some of those tributes, by the way, from all the Liverpool players. Premier League make a statement. Wolves then made a statement. The UEFA Women's Euro 25 announcements where they do a silence. That's the actual crash scene. Like, I'm sorry, If your time's up, your time's up. If that's what's left of the accident you're in, then there's no way you're ever going to escape. Like, that is just, that's mind blowing how much fire and flames and how that was incinerated beyond is just mind blowing. But the whole area where the car was just went up in flames. So they were never going to be able to escape. And it's a Lamborghini. Like, how do you even get out of a Lamborghini? Like, it's got crazy wing doors. He also needs to clean that microphone because there's always fluff on it, and I hate that. Yeah, Mourinho's video. I wanted to play that, but I'll probably get copyrighted, so I won't. Yeah, Mourinho was at Anfield. Henderson was at Anfield as well. Yeah, so, and then obviously the tributes start coming in. Cristiano Ronaldo wrote a message as well. It doesn't make sense. Just now we were together in the national team. Just now you got married to your family, your wife and your children. I send my condolences and wish them all the strength in the world. I know you'll always be with them. Rest in peace. Diogo and Andre. Madness. LeBron James sent something. And then obviously you've got locals. And then the ex-Portugal manager. And then you got Darwin Núñez. Civil guard believed that there was a fatal crash. It was getting investigated for speeding. But it ended up nothing. It was a blowout. Fans called for the number 20 to be retired. Tragic news. Left fans in tears. Fans travelling to lay flowers. Funeral car arrives. Steven Gerrard pays tribute. Deputy Prime Minister goes to Liverpool and lays flowers. Everton then release a statement. Jurgen Klopp's like, I'm heartbroken about the passing of Diogo and his brother. Andre. Diogo was not only fantastic players, but also a great friend, a loving and caring husband and father. It's this bit here. This is the moment where I struggle. There must be a bigger purpose, but I don't see it. Neither do I. Wimbledon, pay tribute. Jamie Carragher. Did you actually know that Jamie Carragher lived about 2 doors away from him? Like, he literally lived on the same street as Diogo Jota, and he'd never spoken to him. Like, Carragher's like an ex-Liverpool legend, and he'd never spoken to Diogo Jota, and it's his neighbour. I just thought I'd tell you that in case you didn't know. EA Sports, EA Sports has now posted his own tribute. He ranked number 1 globally in the FIFA 21 Champions leaderboard on PlayStation in 2021. Like, the guy was the best player in the world at FIFA 2021. Like, mad. Harvey Elliott. Spanish police launch probe. Possible speeding incident. McAllister pays tribute. I want to show you those tributes in a bit. I'll show you the proper tweets. Then the Prime Minister. Arnie Slot. So he described, I'll read this out because this is really touching. He described Jota as a player we loved dearly and said his thoughts were with his family. My message to them is very clear. You'll never walk alone. The players, the staff, the supporters of Liverpool Club are all with you. And from what I have seen today, the same can be said of the wider family of football. That also revealed he last spoke to the Star after he won the Nations League with Portugal last month. He finished his lengthy message with, "He will never be forgotten. His name is Diogo." Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes. Yeah, so the pair have said that they'll be arranging a tribute of the number 20 shirt. The statement finished, "For now, we express a love that is filled with deep sorrow and pain. We have lost someone truly irreplaceable." And then obviously funeral details. There'll be so many people at that funeral. And then this one from Robbo. Like, Robbo was at his wedding. Like last week. And so was Queven Gallagher as well, by the way. They're both in the picture. Like, he was really close to Jota. We'd watch the darts together, enjoy the horse racing. Going to Cheltenham this season was a highlight, one of the best we had. The last time I saw him was the happiest day of his life, his wedding day. I want to remember his never-ceasing smile and that magical day, how much he was bursting with love for his wife and family. Obviously, Trent was really good friends with them as well. Portugal fans, hold up a sign. FIFA can confirm World Club Cup tributes. Just so much outpouring from the fans at Anfield. And then obviously that's the end. So I wanted to play this. I'll probably get struck for it, but I don't care now. Okay, so let me know if you can hear it. Hear it? Can you hear it? Oh, is there no sound? Hang on, let me add it with sound. 2 seconds. Sorry. Let me add the sound. Where is it? Yeah. Can you hear the sound? Yeah, so they paid a tribute. What I also wanted to look at was these. So what have we got? So this is from McAllister. I'm not going to read them out because I'm going to end up bloody crying if I do. So I'm just going to show you them. Okay, that was from Dominic Szoboszlai. That was from Dembele. That was from Klopp. Plot was close. That was from Lionel Messi. That was from Ronaldo. From Xabi Alonso. That was from Darwin. That was from Thiago. That was from Sadio Mane. That was from Erland Haaland. Oh, this one from Stevie. Oh my God. That was from Steven Gerrard. Fernando Torres. Luis Suarez. Obviously another one from Darwin. One from Richarlison, like madness. Richarlison sending stuff. Fair play. Alexander Isak. We're not going to talk about Isak. I'll be interested to read the comments under there, you know, what people have wrote. Like, because there's some messed up people who'd be asking questions. Roberto Firmino, who's a qualified pastor now. Like, Reece James. Jadon Sancho. Like, everybody. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter what club you play for. Just doesn't matter at the time like this. Thierry Henry. Raul Jimenez, who we used to play with. Madison. That man. Adrian. Kenny Dalglish. We'll read this one out. Football is not important at this sad time. You feel so helpless knowing there's so little we can do to ease the pain for Diogo's wife of just 2 weeks, his 3 beautiful children and their heartbroken family, thinking and praying of all of those loved ones after the devastating loss of both Diogo and brother Andre. And the thing on that as well, what I wanted to say is Kenny's been through it. Like, my God, if anybody's been through pain and anguish at Liverpool, it's Kenny Dalglish. Like, can we just give that guy a break? Like, can he just have some joy in his life till he passes away? Because, like, he's been through all of it. Like, he was manager of Liverpool with Hillsborough. Like, please give Kenny some time off. Please give Kenny some time off. Like, just let him have a break. Yeah, man. What else have we got? I don't know who this one's by. I don't know who that one's by. More stuff there. Federico Chiesa. More Valverde. Jude Bellingham. Fair play, Jude. He put his brother in there. None of the others have put his brother in. Fair play, Jude. I mean, that's what I did. Like, my first post was him and his brother. Like, 2 people died. Like, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Who's that? Nuno Mendes. I mean, come on, like you're a Portuguese guy, Nuno. Like, put his brother in there. Harvey Elliott. Cody Gakpo. Very religious guy. That would have really got him. Martinez, the keeper. Tony Rudiger. And Tony Rudiger did his brother as well. Fair play. Weird that 2 Real Madrid players did their brothers. Conor Gallagher. Alphonso Davies. Kvaratskhelia. I'm not sure who that is. I'm not sure who that is, but fair play to him putting his brother in there. There's not many people who did. Sergio Ramos. I don't know who that is. 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 John Obi Mikel. Yeah, that's all of them I'm going to do. I'm not going to go through too much on that now. But what we can do is we can look at some of his special moments. Okay, so we can look at some of his special moments. Okay. Yeah, let's have a look at some of his special moments. So I'm just going to go on Wikipedia, okay, and bring up his entire career so we can see. Okay. All right. So, okay. So started in 2014 with Pacos de Ferreira, where he played 41 games and scored 14 goals from 2014 to 2016. He then got signed by Atletico Madrid. He never played for Atletico Madrid because he got sent on loan to Porto, where he played 27 games and scored 8 goals. And then Wolves then loaned him. And his first season, he scored 17 goals in 44 games. Then Wolves signed him in 2018. And then he played 67 games and got 16 goals. And then Liverpool signed him in 2020. And he got 123 games and 47 goals. He also played for Portugal, and he played 49 games and got 14 goals. And just a little bit about him. Jota represents his country. It's what he's won. It's his career, so it's what he won. So he did the domestic double and European final with us. He joined in 2020, so he missed the league by a year, but he's got a Champions League medal, I believe. Has he got a Champions League medal? Has he got a Champions League medal? Okay, so these are his honours. So he got promoted to the Championship. So he's got a Championship winners medal. We were runners up in 2024, 2025 and 2021, 2022 with him. He's got an FA Cup medal for 2021, 22. He's got 2 EFL Cup medals for 2021, 22 and 2023, 24. And he's also got a runners up for 2024, 2025. And he's also got a Champions League runner-up. So he didn't win the Champions League with us in 2021, 2022. He's got a two Nations League, 2018, 2019, and 2024, 2025. So he's got 2 of those. He got 1 Premier League Player of the Month award for 2024. January 24, and a Young Player of the Month, and he's got Premier Goal of the Month and the Europa Champions League breakout winner, and he's also a Premier League winner, which for some reason isn't in there. I don't know why it's not in there. Oh, it is, yeah. Sorry, 2024, 2025 won the league, and obviously, yeah. So there is honours. Let's have a little look at his football and life in pictures. Okay. Let's have a look at his life in pictures. So Jota began his career coming through the youth ranks with Paco de Ferreira in Portugal, scoring 14 goals in 41 games. And this is in 2015, playing against Nelson Semedo, who also went to Wolves and played with him. Got stuck in, didn't he, Jota? 2019, Jota earned a big move to Spanish giants Atletico Madrid when he was 19, but was immediately loaned back to his hometown club, Porto, without making an appearance. Jota in action for Porto against Maritimo. He was to spend a successful year on loan at Porto. Jota celebrates a goal against Benfica. One of the eight scored in 27 appearances when he was 19. He was 19, by the way, when he was at Porto. A further loan move took Jota to Wolves. That's when he was 21. Jota's goals in his loan season helped Wolves secure promotion. Remember, he scored 17 goals that season. Jota signed a permanent deal with Wolves as they began life back in the Premier League. He impressed, including scoring a hat-trick against Leicester. Jota scores the winner against Manchester United, which took Wolves through to the FA Cup semi-finals. His form saw him called into the Portuguese senior squad for the first time. Jota won his first cap coming on as a substitute for Cristiano Ronaldo in the Euros 2020. Have you noticed the number shirt he's wearing? Have you noticed the number shirt he's wearing for Portugal? Number 20 was his. Number 20 was his. He wore number 18 for Wolves. he wore... I can't see the numbers he wore on the other shirts, but he wore number 18 for Wolves. After a successful season for Wolves caught the eye, and in September 2020, Jota signed for Liverpool for 41 million. Jota celebrates scoring for Liverpool in his debut season against Arsenal. Always nice. Jota scores one of his 3 goals against Atalanta. That was an incredible game, by the way. If you want to see Jota in action, like full action, that was one of his best games ever. What's the highlights for that? Jota scores for Portugal in a group stage defeat by Germany. Jota scores to cap a 4-1 display victory against Everton, 2021. Jota leaves defenders helpless, rising superbly to score a trademark header in a 2-2 draw at Tottenham, 2021. Jota finishes deftly to score against Arsenal to take Liverpool through to the League Cup final. Jota scores in the 2022 World Cup qualifying playoff semi-final first leg between Portugal and Turkey. Big goal that. Jota Bottom joins his teammates in celebration after he scored a penalty in the shootout to beat Chelsea in the 2022 League Cup final. Domestic trophy double was to follow. Jota scored in another shootout as Liverpool beat Chelsea twice. Jota holds the FA Cup during the Open Top Bus Parade. Calvin Harris DJing in the background. I always find it amazing that none of them ever drop that trophy. Jota suffered an injury hit 2022-23 season. Jota celebrates scoring against Burnley 2023. A season that saw Liverpool win a further League Cup final. Jota in action against Portugal in the Nations League. Jota poses with the trophy after Portugal defeated Spain in the 2025 league. Jota celebrates with Darwin Núñez after scoring against Fulham in 2024. Jota lifts the Premier League trophy at Anfield. R.I.P. Diogo Jota. What else did I want to show you? Yeah, so I wanted to show you this as well. So this is another look at Jota's best goals at Liverpool. So these are his best goals. So see if you remember any of these. So Jota stuns Chelsea with an emphatic goal. Jota scored only 2 goals in his matches against Chelsea in his career, but the best one was the one he scored in 2023-2024 season for Liverpool. The Portugal forward starred in Liverpool's 4-1 win over Chelsea at Anfield. It's the one where he dribbled past 2 players. A cheeky flick from Diogo Jota against Manchester United. The final Diogo Jota goal versus Everton, 2024-25 season. He scored the winner, remember, at Anfield. So let's have a look at his best moments for his club and country. First Champions League goal. While on loan from Atletico, just days after his 20th birthday, Jota scored his first goal in the Champions League for Porto. A 5-0 win against the previous season's surprise Premier League champions Leicester. He scored a Wolves hat-trick in a 7-goal Leicester thriller, which was 4-3. That's funny because he scored the winner, that he scored a goal against Leicester in the Champions League as well. You like Leicester? He also scored a second half strike, which beat Manchester United and sent Nuno Espirito Santos' side to Wembley. He also scored a hat-trick against Besiktas in the Europa League. 11-minute hat-trick that was. He scored on his Liverpool debut. I didn't know that. With a low strike to wrap up a 3-1 win against Arsenal. Obviously a hat-trick against Atalanta. A stunning goal rocks Arsenal. He did like scoring against Arsenal. Seeing an emphatic derby win at Everton, 4-1 win. Priceless penalty against Leicester, which took us to the semi-finals. Progress to the semi-finals. A double sends Liverpool to Wembley against Arsenal. First silverware when we beat Chelsea. Cool winner against Tottenham. That the 4-3 thriller. That was amazing, that game. Derby winner, 2025, and then lifting number 20, and then he got his second Nations League trophy. Oh, tough, man. Tough. And we'll look at his Liverpool history. Okay, we'll see who he likes scoring against. We'll see how many assists he got. Big up 100 of you still in here, okay? It's not about subscribers or anything, all right? It's just about showing you stuff about Jota, okay? Just a tribute to Jota, all right? Um, 123 games for Liverpool in the league, 47 goals, 14 assists. That's not bad, by the way. They're good numbers. We had a 65% win rate with him, 119 wins, 35 draws, 28 losses. His contract was going to expire in 2027. He was 28 years old. In total, 182 games, 65 goals, 22 assists. Shall we have a look at his goals? So he got 7 goals against Arsenal. Should we look at them? So he got 2 goals at the Emirates on the same game where we won 3-0. He scored an 88th minute goal at Anfield in 2020. He got 2 goals in the League Cup semi-final that beat them in the second leg, 2-0. He also scored against them at their ground. He scored 3 goals that season against Arsenal. Arsenal must have hated him. And he scored 3 goals that season against Arsenal. 2 at their ground and 1 at Anfield. He also liked West Ham as well, didn't he? They're the goals he scored. He got 3 in one season against them. 2 in the League Cup and 1 in the Premier League. So he started 53 games and 12 as a substitute. And he loves scoring goals at the end of the game. 76 to 90 minutes, 16 goals. 65 goals from open play. He never scored any set pieces. didn't score many goals against City. One goal against City, 1 goal against Chelsea, 1 against Newcastle, 1 against Man United, 1 against Tottenham. But he loved Arsenal, which just makes me chuckle. It really does. It just makes me chuckle. Like, that season was a big season. 15 goals. 2 in the FA Cup, 2 and 3 in the League Cup, 1 in the Europa League. 21 goals that season for Liverpool. Yeah, he was always there or thereabout, wasn't he? Assists. 4 assists in the Europa League. Sorry, in Champions League, Europe. Sorry, not Europa League, Europe. So important. Milestones. First goal against Arsenal. 50th goal against Burnley. Appearances. 150th appearance against AC Milan. 100th against Bournemouth. 50th against. First game against Lincoln. I think we'll end this here. League Cup, FA Cup, Premier League. He left as a winner. He ran down the wing. He's on number 20, Diogo. Really appreciate everyone that came today, and I appreciate all your comments. Carry on paying your tributes. If you go into my info section, it's got all the links. I really do implore you to go and check out his Instagram, leave a message on there, check out his X, leave a message on there, go to the Liverpool FC website and sign the book, pay your respects, try and connect, try and give yourself that way of letting go, like that way of closure, by trying to connect with someone at the other end. Like, do it with Liverpool, do it with his family on Twitter or Instagram, and leave a comment, leave an emoji. It doesn't matter. And remember his brother. Remember his brother too. Yeah. Look, Diogo, he wore the 20. He won us the 20. He signed in 2020. He will never be forgotten. And neither will his brother, Andre. This either brings us together or it pushes us apart. I think this will be a catalyst which will push us on to win 21. And it will be really interesting to see how we celebrate if we win the Charity Shield, because I think there'll be a shirt that will be held up for him if we win it. Like, there will be something, the players will wear an armband. That's a fact. There'll be a moment's silence or whatever. Like, there'll be incredible tributes. Like, we do things classy. We always do things classy on the bigger stage. And we have to be classy as fans. We have to be. Like, we have to stay strong. And look, we're going to have to sign another forward now. Like, that is a fact. So I don't know what we do, but His name was Diogo. He ran down the wing. Actually, I'm going to play the music. We'll play it out, okay? We'll play it out. Sing along if you want. I'm out of here. You take care. God bless. And if you'll remember the show that's coming up on Sunday, Football and Rabbit Holes. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.